We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right?
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I'm very happy to report that Parler has begun its comeback. That's right. The app is back up and running. You can see here on my phone, you can see all the posts going. Everything's working-ish. The site is, how do I say, very stressed. They're doing a tiered rollout of everything, which makes sense given that this is a brand new server setup, and I'm sure there'll be lots of errors. It appears that all of my followers carried over. I still have 167,000 followers on Parler. If you're not following at the Quartering, please do so today. It's actually great to know that my comments are reaching you and we can have conversations. Alt tech has a long way to go, a huge uphill battle. One thing you as individual users should all be doing, though, is using a VPN, and I've got a special offer for you. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. In current year, basically everyone should be using a VPN. What is a VPN? Well, it stands for Virtual Private Network. With Private Internet Access, all of your traffic goes through a secure VPN tunnel, your IP address is hidden, and your data is encrypted. Private Internet Access is available for all platforms: Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, and many others. They have a strict no logs policy. You can use one subscription to protect up to 10 devices at a time. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and Private Internet Access has given me their best deal ever. Just $2.08 a month plus 2 months free, which is 83% off. And reviewers love Private Internet Access. CNET rated it as, quote, spectacular, and it got PC Mag's Editor's Choice Award for the past 5 years. You can access geo-restricted content from websites, YouTube included, social media networks, find better deals online, play games blocked in your region, and protect your identity by keeping your data encrypted. Pick up this awesome offer available just to my subscribers. It's located in the pinned comment below as well as the description. Start protecting yourself today. Hey, I just tweeted out, or I just parlayed, my first coming back. It's already got 169 upvotes in just a few minutes, 40 comments. It's been laggy, but I also used my Private Internet Access VPN to send that. So if you don't have a VPN yet, use them. Link in the description. Now, the comeback for Parler has been very difficult, and it's not even back to what I would say, pre-shutdown levels. They have to establish these new web servers. They have to be able to withhold the existing user traffic first. And then, quite frankly, they need to figure out a way to get back on the iTunes and Google Play stores, if there is a path back. I know it's easy to dismiss these user bases, but without normies, Parler will fail. Parler needs normies. Advertisers need normies, and for Parler to succeed, they need to have them. I don't want Parler to be a right-wing echo chamber like Twitter is a left-wing echo chamber, and that's basically what it is right now. That's not Parler's fault. But as a content creator, I'll say I don't necessarily post only purely political takes on Parler. I posted pictures of my dog and all sorts of stuff, which it appears that all of our previous posts on Parler have been removed, but at least the accounts transferred over and all the followers transferred over. So that's a huge win. This, has been quite the battle since January when Amazon Web Services, in my opinion, colluded with Twitter and other Silicon Valley companies, including the mainstream media, to shut down the fastest rising social media competitor to the existing oligopoly in history. That's right. I believe that Parler genuinely made Twitter afraid, and in a way that YouTube has never been afraid. Yes, BitChute's out there, Odyssey, Rumble, but they aren't growing at the levels that Parler was. BitChute has continued to grow, and I've really, really, really enjoyed using their platform. Now I'll continue to support it financially, just like I do with lots of alt tech. But Parler was quickly becoming mainstream. And it was all too much of a coincidence that Parler was shut down the same time that Donald Trump was removed from Twitter. Donald Trump had something like, 80 million followers or some insane number on Twitter. 2/3 of them would have moved over to Parler almost instantaneously had he created an account. He never did because he's a uber boomer and he doesn't understand. He understands marketing, but he never really supported alt tech. One of the biggest disappointments of his presidency for me. He never really understood Section 230. In my opinion, there were people around him that tried to get him. Ted Cruz claimed to try and push things forward, but never got any real buy-in. Tim Pool talked about how Trump would say things like, we need to abolish Section 230, which really isn't what you needed to do. You just needed to enforce it. You needed to update it. And eventually, Amazon Web Services, in my opinion, again, colluded to get Parler shut down just after the Apple and Google Play stores had removed the app. Now, you can still download the app from Parler.com. So this is something that is really not that difficult to do, and it works. I would argue that if you don't have an account yet, maybe wait till later tonight to try and create an account, or wait a few days to try and get your accounts going again, because it's going to be really spotty as they kind of ramp everything up. But you see here, breaking news, Parler is back online. After almost 2 months of being completely censored by the monopoly of big tech, the alternative media platform has finally come back online, as reported by Just the News. The pro-First Amendment and free speech-oriented platform. Please, Parler, listen to me. Lose the free speech platform thing. You're not a free speech platform. It's impossible, nearly impossible, to be a quote-unquote free speech platform. Stop promising that. Just promise you won't blacklist people, that you won't shadow ban people, and that you'll enforce your rules evenly. That's what most normies actually want. I don't care if people can't say heinous things. I care if people are being banned because of their political opinions. I care if people are being shadow banned, censored, removed from your platform to score social media points with, other big tech companies. That's what most people care about. If you want something somewhat close to free speech, even Gab isn't free speech. They absolutely ban lots of content, especially spicy type content. So the idea that there's this absolute free speech platform, these alt tech platforms need to stop with that. They just have to say, we'll enforce our terms of service equally. We will be transparent about what the rules of our platform are. We will not shadow ban, and we will not, manipulate the algorithm to, enforce cancel culture, things like that. After struggling to get back online, a series of other issues, including the removal of its CEO, John Matz, the site has moved to a new server that's restored functionality at last. Acting CEO Mark Meckler confirmed Monday that Parler's over 20 million users can use it once again, overcoming the failed attempts by the left to cancel it for being supportive of the Constitution. 20 million users. If they can get the platform by the end of the week running smooth, it could be 50 or 100 million. 20 million users have been lingering, waiting desperately for another option. And if you go to the Parler website, even that, I'm not sure, it's still not really showing the app. The last thing they've updated here is on 121, but the app itself works. So if you have the app on the phone, or you can get the APK from somewhere else, you can get back on. But I would suspect there to be a consistent push of brand new users to Parler over the next month that will drive its user base into the 50 to 100 million users. And this, make no doubt about it, make no mistake, even 20 million users, 30 million, 40 million, that's sustainable. You can sell ads to 20 million people. And Parler can make a lot of money to build better servers and fortify their services. Now, maybe they never end up back on Google Play and Apple iTunes. Maybe. Well, then what they need to do is focus on teaching people how to install the app to their phone without the Play Store. Like if you go to parler.com, it should automatically pop up and say, do you want to install Parler? You know, make it easy, because we need boomers on this platform, and they can't figure out how to like download an APK and you need to make it simple. Look, Parler, you need to call me. You know how to get a hold of me. Now, the Twitter alternative, which had become a haven for right-wing content, was forced offline. Oh, CNET. Totally not editorializing at all, are we? Again, this is on February 3rd. Parler CEO John Matt says the board fired him. The social media platform was forced offline for allowing bad posts. No, again, this is a... Listen. I'm not saying you have to create a Parler account. Odds are that they'll turn into some evil, huge corporation too if they have great success. But what I'm saying is, don't buy that smokescreen that's why they were forced offline. It was all coordinated. They could have banned them at any moment for that, just like Twitter could be banned at any moment for that. There's absolutely way over the line stuff posted on Twitter. But they knew once they banned Donald Trump that if he had gone to Parler, it would have immediately made Parler a legitimate competitor to Twitter. And it already is a legitimate competitor if it can get its servers in order quickly. They can't limp along. Like, listen, Parler, I'm talking to you. You can't limp along for another month. It's already been way too long for you to come back online. I don't believe for a second you don't have the money to push things through. And you need to get the servers up and over capacity immediately. Because if people go to your site and it's down, they're going to only check back a few more times before they move on. So capture this, seize this moment, and it's a small win for alt tech, which includes sites like Minds, Gab, and now Parler, to stand against the tech oligopoly. I don't care what site. I'm sorry. Also, BitChute. You should, for at least one social media, MeWe for Facebook, although I still think Minds is better than that. Make sure you're supporting some form of alt tech and getting your friends and family on it to support it. I'm telling you, it feels so liberating to have your posts actually seen. I had like a fraction of the followers on Parler that I did on Twitter, and I would get thousands of interactions on every post I made versus on Twitter where I might get a few hundred likes. So share this video, leave a like. If you made it to this video, I hope today is the day I earn your subscription. Whatever platform you're watching on, please do consider subscribing. It's the only way you'll find my videos. And if you're not using a VPN, private internet access is the only one I use. It takes just a few minutes to set up, and they've given an amazing discount to you, my viewers. Link in the pinned comment below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.